Okay, so good morning everyone. Before we start, let's have an opening prayer first. Okay, may I request Mark to lead the prayer? Okay, so once I call your names, open your mic and say present. Okay, aray lang ko mag-base. Sige, Akina. Akina, present ka o dili?
Present.
Yes. Okay, Jaymar. Si Jaymar, present or dili? Okay, absent.
Present.
Present eh. How about Mark? Present or absent?
Present.
Very good. Gian,
Present.
Heart Jane,
Present, please.
very good. Jennifer,
Present, sir.
Andrea, present na si Andrea. Si Jerry, okay na lang ga, present ra ka. Si Jerry, present or absent?
Present.
How about Kiza?
Present.
Very good.
To fully understand how the Philippine Constitution works, let's start with the definition of a constitution. What is a constitution? A constitution is a set of rules that guides how a country, state, or other political organization works. So this is like a rulebook for the government, and all rules stated in this rulebook must be followed by the government. This document also creates the branches, the powers, and responsibilities of the government. It also contains the rights of the people, and it is illegal for the government to violate these rights. If they do, they will be punished by the law. The Constitution is also a here is a fun fact. Today is our Constitution Day. For those of you who are not aware of this, for every change in the Constitution, the President will release a proclamation to commemorate the date when the new charter will take effect. This day is called the Constitution Day. The latest Constitution of the Philippines was ratified on February 1987. This is the reason why we celebrate our Constitution Day every 2nd of February. Now that we already know the meaning of a constitution, let's move on to the importance of a constitution. Why is it important for us to have a constitution? First, it's to maintain law and order. In addition to without a constitution, it will be impossible. We Filipinos will be denied of our rights. Anarchy is possible. When I say anarchy, it's a state of a society without authority or they should do and the things that they shouldn't do. Third, only three effectively govern the country. These are the 1935 Constitution, the 1973 Constitution, and the 1987 Philippine Constitution. Later on, you'll understand why only three effectively govern the country. For now, let's travel back in time and get to know each constitution. In your Philippine History 101, we've already discussed that the Philippines was under the Spanish rule for 333 years. Most Filipinos thought that it was a hopeless case until the Spanish-Filipino Agreement came. This agreement was called the Pacta Piat Labato. The Spanish government agreed to grant self-rule to the Philippines in 3 years if Aguinaldo would go to exile and surrender his arms. Aguinaldo agreed to this idea. He went to Hong Kong. However, there is of being independent until the United States made secret agreement called Treaty of Paris. U.S. wanted the Philippines as a colony, so Spain sold the Philippines to the United States. The Filipinos were not happy with the idea of being colonized. This forced Aguinaldo to issue a decree forming a Malolos Congress, which was the committee who was assigned to make the constitution for the first Philippine Republic. 3 days after the first Philippine Republic was established, the Malolos Constitution is also called the 1899 Constitution, or the first Constitution for the first Philippine Republic and the first Republican Constitution in Asia. Now let's move on to the salient features of the 1899 Constitution. First is a popular representative government. Second, a unicameral legislature. When you say unicameral, it means that there is only one legislator, called the Assembly. The Assembly had full control over the executive power. The president was elected by the Assembly. Third, there was already a separation of the church and state. Fourth, there was already a Bill of Rights. And last, it already had the compulsory and free basic education. Now, there is a problem with this constitution. It was not fully implemented because of the eruption of the Philippine-US War, in which the Philippines lost the battle and thus paved way for American colonization in the Philippines. After the Spanish rule, the Americans came to the American period. An American-inspired constitution was made. This was the 1935 Constitution, which provided the legal basis of the Commonwealth government or elected by the people. And third, it legalized all the decrees, proclamation, and orders of the president. There were various amendments in the 1973 Constitution, but the most controversial was the 1976 Amendment. Here are the amendments in the 1976 Constitution. First, the National Assembly was replaced by the interim Batasang Pambansa. Second, the president would also become a prime minister and continue to exercise legislative powers until martial law was lifted. Now, Marcos thought that everything was in place until one of his enemies came back to the Philippines. This was Benigno Ninoy Aquino. Unfortunately for Ninoy, it was not a happy ending for him. He was assassinated, and this led to a widespread outrage and forced Marcos to hold the snap election. The results were controversial, that it forced the Filipino people to a historic uprising known as the EDSA People Power One, where Marcos and his family went to exile and Cory Aquino became the president. Immediately after Cory Aquino became the president, she abolished the 1973 Constitution and replaced it with the 1986 Constitution. The 1986 Constitution is also known as the Freedom Constitution. Now, here are the salient features in the 1986 Freedom Constitution. First, it was a verbatim copy of the 1973 Constitution, minus the provision on the Batasang Pambansa because the Batasang Pambansa was completely abolished. Second, the country was in chaos after Marcos left, so Aquino vested in herself both the executive and the legislative powers, the same powers that President Marcos exercised under the 1973 Constitution. Third, it was just a transitional constitution that lasted for a year, and a new commission was created to draft a new constitution, which was the 1987 Philippine Constitution, sometimes known as an anti-Marcos constitution. Now, the 1987 Philippine Constitution revolves around four themes. First, upholding national sovereignty. Second, democratic governments and the prevention of another dictatorship. Third, respect for human rights and civil liberties. And fourth, the promotion of social justice. It's not a perfect document, but it is the country's highest law, binding all the citizens of the Philippines. The Constitution provided for three governmental powers, namely executive, legislative, and the judicial branch. Now, these three work like a basketball game. In a basketball game, there are players, coaches, and of course a referee. The executive is like a coach who leads the team. The legislative branch, since it is divided into two houses, they act as players of the game, trying to score points against each other. And the judicial branch is much like the referee of the game that helps settle disputes. They are there to clarify the rules and make sure that each side is acting fairly. The basketball game wouldn't be complete without the viewers. This is the same with the government. It would not operate without the people. The powers of these three branches are separated from one another. This is what we call separation of powers. It also has a system of check of balances. In this system, each branch has the power to check, to restrain, or to stop the actions by the other branches. This is to prevent any one of them from becoming too powerful. That would be the
You some question. So I will call you one by one, or if ganahan mo volunteer on telephone. Sayon ra kayo, abot ra sa katong video akong pangutana. Ready na mo? Okay. So first question. What do we call the supreme law of the land in the Philippines? Again, what do we call the supreme law of the land in the Philippines? Who wants to answer? Wala? Wala mo volunteer? Sige, arita ni Jaymar. Jaymar. Wala si Jaymar. Si Mark na lang. Mark Vincent.
Aray mo, bakat.
Sige, ang question, balik ko na ko. What do we call the supreme law of land in the Philippines? Katong title ato.
Usa, Che?
What do we call the supreme law of the land in the Philippines?
Constitution.
Good, Constitution. 1 point ka dyan. Another. What is the name of the constitution created during the Philippine Revolution against Spain? Again, what is the name of the constitution created during the Philippine Revolutions against Spain? Who wants to answer? Jerry, ako man. Ikaw, sige, ikaw, kinsa man to? State your name daw. Dahil answer dayon. Kinsa man to?
Ako, ma'am, Gian.
Oh, Gian, ano answer?
Kuan, ma'am. Malolos Constitution.
Very good. Malulus Constitution. So, mao na siya ang na-create during the Philippine Revolution against Spain. Another. In what year was the Malolos Constitution promulgated? Kanus nahitabo, unsa na year nahitabo ang Malolos Constitution? Okay.
Pwede mabalik, ma'am.
Oh, pwede. Akina.
1899.
Again?
1899.
Very good. 1899. Okay, another pagid. What constitution was implemented during the American colonial period? Again, what constitution was implemented during the American colonial period? Kinsa may ganan man, sir? Unsa to nga year ang na-implement during Okay, Andrea. Si Andrea daw. It's a basang message na siya. Okay, Andrea. Very good. 1935 Constitution. Okay, na kay 1 point. Another. What constitution was enforced during the Japanese occupation of the Philippines? Again, what constitution was enforced during the Japanese occupation of the Philippines? Akina again. Akina.
1943 Constitution.
Very good. 1943 Constitution. Another. What constitution was created during the martial law period under President Ferdinand Marcos? What constitution was created during the martial law period under the President Ferdinand Marcos? Manawag ka po taglain. Si Jaymar. Wala, si Jennifer. How about Jennifer? Wala sad? Si Heart na lang. Wala, sige si Andrea. Kay si Andrea rin nag-raise siyang hands. Jimar ka na. Go.
1972.
Are you sure? Maligo na ako pangutana. What constitution was created during the martial law period under President Ferdinand Marcos?
Dili the year.
Year, pero dili mao. Unsa to na year?
Ako, ma'am.
Okay, Andrea. Isa to. Very good. 1963
Gian, ma'am.
Nakauna nag-answer si Andrea. Sagdi lang, napa may daghan. Okay, another na sad. Pang-answer po mo dira. Di ba, maningog ang uban. Sige, balik-balik ang answer. Ma-bright na gini sila maayo. Okay, another. What constitution was drafted after the EDSA People Power Revolution? Again, what constitution was drafted after the EDSA People Power Revolution? Okay. Maminaw sa ta. Jeric, basin ganan ka mo answer. Wala, sige, si Andrea na lang. Wala, bright na kayo ni si Andrea. Ikaw, Andrea, isa may answer. Very good, 1987 Constitution. So, kana nga year na draft ang kanang kuan EDSA People Power Revolution. Okay, another. What is the current constitution of the Philippines? What is the current constitution of the Philippines? Okay, Akina.
1987 Constitution.
Very good. 1987 Constitution. Bright na ba nila? Feel na ko. Favorite na ninyong kuan. History nga subject. Okay, another. What part of the Constitution guarantees the rights and freedoms of the people? What part of the Constitution guarantees the rights and freedoms of the people? Unsa man to nga right? Dili na year ha. Unsay pangan ato nga rights? Okay, Andrea. Andrea again. Wala na. Bright na juice Andrea. Sige, Andrea. Very good. Bill of Rights. So, the Constitution guarantees the rights and freedoms of the people. Kay Bill of Rights. Okay, last one. What principle ensures that no branch of government becomes too powerful? What principle ensures that no branch of government becomes too powerful? Sa may pangalan to.
Separation of power.
Again?
Separation of power.
Very good. So, naka-answer kay si Heart Jane. Separation of powers. Okay, balikan lang na ko ha. The supreme law of the land in the Philippines is called Constitution. So, and the Constitution created during the Philippine Revolution against Spain kay Malulus Constitution. Nga ang Malulus Constitution kay na-create siya during 1899. While the Constitution implemented during the American colonial period kay ang 1935 Constitution. While during the Japanese occupation of the Philippines kay ang 1943 Constitution. Nga ang martial law nga period under ni kanang President Ferdinand Marcos kay na-create siya during 1973 Constitution. While ang EDSA People Power Revolution na-draft siya during 1987 Constitution. O niya, ang kuan pod, ang current Constitution of the Philippines kay mao ra gyapon ang 1987 Constitution. While ang pangan ato sa rights and freedoms of the people, ang tawag ato nila kay Bill of Rights. Nya ang na-ensure nga no branch of the government na dili pwede mahimong powerful kay ang separation of powers. Gets ra guys? Easy peasy ra kay na ninyo. Okay, move ta sa lain nga video.
How in countries who makes the laws, enforces them, and who makes everyone play by the rules. In this process is divided into three distinct branches of government, and each branch has its unique role to play. Understanding this is not just for students or political enthusiasts. It's important for every Filipino to know how their government works. So, in today's video, we're diving deep into the three branches of the Philippine government. First, we have the executive branch. Think of this branch as the face of the government. The leader here is the President of the Philippines. The President is responsible for enforcing laws and running the country. The President is elected by the people and serves a term of 6 years. But the executive branch is more than just the President. It also includes the Vice President and the Cabinet. The Cabinet consists of various secretaries in charge of different departments like Department of Health, Department of Education, and etc. They work together to implement policies and address the needs of the nation. For example, the executive branch plays a key role in managing public health responses when a health crisis arises, like a pandemic. Now, let's talk about the legislative branch. This branch is all about making and proposing laws. It is made up of two houses or two chambers. The upper house, which is the Senate, and the lower house, which is the House of Representatives. The Senate is composed of 24 senators who serve 6-year terms. On the other hand, the House of Representatives has numerous members known as congressmen who represent different districts. They focus on creating laws that affect the whole country and ensuring accountability. Together, the two chambers debate, revise, and vote on proposed laws, also known as bills. Once both chambers approve a bill, it goes to the president to be signed into law. Did you know that the president of the Philippines has he or she can reject a proposed law of the Congress? And at the same time, the Congress has the power to override the president's vote. This balance is what makes democracy thrive in the Philippines. So by participating, citizens can influence how.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. To check your understanding about the video, I have 10 questions that I prepared. And please raise your hand if you want to answer. Okay? First question we have, what are the three branches of the Philippine government? Okay. Jmar.
Executive branch, legislative branch, and judicial branch.
Very good. Next, number 2. Which branch is responsible for making laws? Jeric.
Legislative.
Good, correct. Legislative branch is responsible for making laws. So sila ang tigbuhat sa mga laws. Next, number 3. Which branch is responsible for implementing and enforcing laws? Kung ang judicial. Kinsa man to? Okay, Jeric.
Executive.
Okay, good. Executive branch is responsible for implementing and enforcing laws. So kung ang legislative ang magbuhat, the executive sila ang mo implement. Next question. Which branch is responsible for interpreting laws? Interpret. Akina.
Judicial branch.
Correct. Judicial branch is responsible for interpreting laws. So, si legislative ang responsible tigbuhat sa laws, ang executive responsible for implementing, and judicial is responsible for interpreting laws. Okay, fifth question. Who is the head of the executive branch in the Philippines? Kinsa man to? Kinsa ang head? Sa executive. Okay, Jeric.
President.
Okay, correct. Very good. The President of the Philippines. Siya ang head executive of the branch. Next, number 6. What is the name of the lawmaking body under the legislative branch? Lawmaking body.
Good day, everybody. Welcome to our course Readings Philippine History by John Lee.
O na ang mga controversial kay karon. Yes, Jmar.
Anong House of Representatives or Senate?
It's the Congress. Lasindichan, Congress. That's Congress of the Philippines.
Good day.
Next, the two chambers of the Philippine Congress are the... It was stated. Andrea. Yes, Andrea? Senate and House of, yes, very good. Senate and House of Representative. Next question. What is the highest court in the Philippines? Again, highest court in the Philippines. Mark, what's your answer?
Supreme Court.
Okay, that's good. Supreme Court. Number 9, which branch has the power of judicial review? Again, which branch has the power of judicial review? Okay, correct. Very good, Andrea. That's judicial branch. Okay. 10. Why is it important that the three branches of government have checks and balance? Kung importante man nga mag-check and balance silang tulo. Again, nganong importante nga na check and balance ang tulo ka branches, the executive, legislative, and judicial. Why is it important? Andrea. Unsa man siya ka-importante? Nagkahiusa ba kung walay check and balance? Of course, no. Dili magkahiusa. So, the importance of check and balance to the three branches kay to prevent chaos and abuse of power. So, para dili sila sa panganana kanang i-abuse ang power sa each branches. So, dapat jud na check and balance. Again, si legislative ang magbuhat sa law, si executive ang mo-implement sa law, and si judicial pod ang mo-interpret sa law. Okay. So, last question. How many Senate do we have? Senate members, Jeric.
24.
Okay, very good. We have 24 senators. Okay, that's it. Okay. That's good to know nga naka-answer tanan